Okay, welcome to another piano tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look at All Things New in the Key of D. This song is sung by Anthony Evans. The original song is in the key of E or C sharp minor, but we lowered it a whole step just to make it easier on the vocals. It actually reaches pretty high on all parts. So we're looking at D, but really it's mostly B minor. Most of the song is pretty self-explanatory. The intro is really the only part that's really riffy. Everything else you could pretty much follow the chord chart and just be able to understand it by listening to the track and following the chord chart. One thing I do want to mention is if you hear the original track, you'll notice that there isn't any piano in this song. The song mostly consists of guitars, keys, and drums, with a backing track for the drums too. But most of it's electronic stuff. On the keys side, everything is synths and pads, and the bass is actually a synth bass in this song also. So there aren't keys or piano in the original track, but you know, we can always fit a piano part and kind of rearrange it just for the sake of being able to play it for a church service. So first part I want to take a look at is the intro. Okay, so there are really only two actual chords in this song, or I'm sorry, in the intro. B minor. You guys know me, I always play minor sevenths. If I ever see a minor, it's almost always a minor seventh or a minor nine. So B minor, left hand I'm doing B and F sharp on my thumb. Right hand is A, D, F sharp. So the rhythm is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the song doesn't actually start on a downbeat. It starts in between beat 4 and 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so just notice that. And then after that, you're going to see on your chord chart a part that's written notes. So whenever I write notes, it just means that we're playing single notes or octaves, but it's more melodic. It's not chords. So if you see C sharp and D, I'm not telling you to play a C sharp and D chord. I'm telling you to play them as a melody. So first part, B minor. Then we go C sharp to D, and that's going to land us on our G chord. And the G chord is played with the exact same rhythm as the B minor. And I like to do a G too. Okay, after that, they're going to do, again, another melodic line. You'll see it written D, then it goes C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, B, F sharp, F sharp, C sharp, D. So I'll play that really slow. Okay, and then that line is actually going to land us back on a G. So just to pay attention a little bit to that long melodic line. So again, it starts on D to C sharp, to D, to C sharp, to B, to an A, to a B, and then it hits F sharp twice. And what I hear when I'm listening to the track is they're doing a little grace note from E to F sharp, but F sharp is what they're landing on. That's what you really want to hear. Just they give that little grace note. I only do it on my right hand. Sometimes if you do it two-handed on grace notes, it can start to sound messy. Then they go C sharp, D, and that lands us on a G. Alright, here's the whole intro. I'm going to play it slow just so you can kind of see how those melodic lines are put in between the chord changes. So here you go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if you have to, just go over that part of the video over and over again. Listen to the track for timing. I know I say that a lot, but really the best thing to do is just to listen to the track, and try to find the timing against the beat. Just always the best indicator. And doing this tutorial is something I've kind of learned over the years. Not having to read music sometimes is more of a advantage, I guess, because when you're learning to play things and either memorize them or just to kind of feel and hear the rhythm, you worry a lot less about what you're doing and you're able to focus on the musicality. So it's just kind of a word of encouragement I want to give you. Don't think that you're any less for not reading actual musical notation and we're just relying on chord charts. Sometimes it's a good thing because it causes you to use your senses a little bit more. So on the verse, the keys actually, well, I'm saying keys, but I mean piano doesn't play for the verse in this song. I kind of leave that open so we hear more of the original track that way. We don't come until the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus is really easy. It goes G. Sorry, it goes to a B minor. A. G. And then it builds on an A. Okay, so that part's pretty easy. Once we go into the chorus, we're actually going to hear a little bit of rhythm on the chords. So what the chorus looks like is this. Okay, so just notice on that G chord, we're playing a really similar rhythm to what you'll hear in the intro. So it's B minor, A, G. So against the rhythm, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then there's a walk up. Once you get to G and you hit that pause, then it goes G, A, B minor. Okay. And it does, and then it does the same progression again. B minor, A, G, and you just leave it. So once it goes from there, then we go into the second part of the chorus, which the lyric says, "The old life is gone, the new life has begun. You have overcome," and then it kind of goes into a little tag. So that part is G. Old life has gone, new life has begun, D. A. Then we go to E minor. And when we get to A, so E minor to A, when we get to A, we're going to hit it just a really quick punch. And that's going to give us space to then go back into the intro. Okay, and just want to point out my voicing for E minor. I'm doing E and B on my left hand. Right hand is doing B, D, E, and G. So it's Jesus, you make all things. Okay. All right, let's scroll down. And just notice I did write that as chorus 1. And you'll see why in a little bit. There's just so many parts to this song. I wanted to write them in a way that made a little bit more sense. I didn't want to have to write a different name for each individual part. Okay, so we get to the bridge. So it goes G, D, A, and this is kind of like a halftime thing where now they've slowed it down to where, you know, it feels like it's half the tempo. Third line is G, D, and then they go to A over C sharp. So in my right hand I'm doing A, B, C sharp, E. Left hand I'm just playing a C sharp. So again, the bridge, G, D, A, G, D, A over C sharp. Okay, and I have a little note written underneath the bridge. You'll see it says last time. So that's the way we play the bridge the first 2 times. They play the bridge 3 times in this song. So the first 2 times is just as it's written. But the last time, they do this little run. So it's G, F sharp, E, D. And then instead of playing a G, D, A, they change the G to an E minor. So we go E minor, D, A. So I'm going to play the bridge the last 2 times. The first time is exactly like the second, so I'm just going to play the second and third time through the bridge so you can kind of see the contrast between the two. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the last time. Okay, and then it goes into a part that's a vamp. That part we don't really need to go over. It's exactly like the first way that we play the bridge. Same exact chord pattern. Chorus 2. Now again, I'm calling this chorus 2, but really it's almost like a tag of the first chorus because it's taking some of the lyrics of the first chorus and then just repeating them a few different times. So they sing, "The old life is gone, new life has begun, you have overcome." G, D, A, and then that riff from the last bridge comes up here again in chorus 2. And then they go into that second bridge progression. E minor, D, A over C sharp. And that'll take us into the tag. That then goes into the intro. Okay, just keep playing that through because I want you to see it over and over again. It's probably the most important part of the song. So everything else is pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory, but that intro, man, we got to nail that as a band. Okay, so looking back at chorus 2, so like I said, it's real similar to the bridge progression. So G, D, A, G, D, A, and then they're going to do the same walk down. Okay, then again it goes into the tag. And the tag is just kind of a repetitive part of the last line of the chorus. All right, so the tag actually will take us into the intro, and I want to point out the last A that we play in the tag. We're gonna do it again as a punch. So Jesus you make, Jesus you make, Jesus you make all things new. Okay, we play the whole intro, and the last thing we have to go over is they play this little lick at the end. So it's just D, C sharp, D, C sharp, B. Okay, and they hold it out. And I don't know, you could play a B minor there if you want to end it that way. But if not, just hitting a B will suffice. And just let it hold out. All right, so that's it for All Things New. Hope this was helpful. See you next time.